Castleford, the holders, beat Hull Kingston Rovers in that splendid final back in May, and they start the long road now to try and retain that trophy. So it's Castleford against Widnes, first round proper this afternoon. Live coverage for you now, of course, with Alec Murphy and Ray French.
Thank you, Des, and as you said, considerable consternation before the match about the fitness of the ground, but both coaches agreed he was fit to play, so referee Fred Lindop's arbitration not really needed. And what better game could we have for this Silk Cut Challenge Cup? Very good crowd considering the lateness that this game was definitely put on. Still, one or two spectators travelled over the Pennines from Widnes, despite the problems, whether we were going to be here or whether we were not going to be here. But we couldn't have two better sides than Castleford, the Widnes, the most successful side in recent seasons at Wembley. Both teams packed with entertainers, both solid sides on the cup trail. And it almost seems a pity that one of these sides has to go out at this first round stage, but that's what cup rugby is all about. Widnes players a little bit tentative about playing on the pitch this morning. It was very, very hard. The light mist that we had here in Castleford took a long time to clear, but it finally did clear. And the Castleford side in the usual colours, the yellow jerseys and the black stripes, and Castleford coach Mal Rayleigh welcomes back to his side the centre Chris Johns, the Australian from St George. He's been out for 6 weeks with a broken hand, something of a gamble here. And youngster Sean Irwin, well, he's been past fit after concussion, and he takes his place on the substitutes bench. And very, very strong pack there with the Australian number 13 Bob Linder. He'll be used to these very hard grounds, but not as cold, I somehow think. But the Widnes side, I think if they have a problem, it is in that pack. It's a lighter pack than the Castleford one, but powerful. Kurt Sorensen at number 8. Well, he's a strong lad. But in Harry Pinner at number 13, they've certainly got one of the best ball players in the game. Unusual to see David Hume, the scrum half, there at number 4. But coach Doug Lawton prefers young Sullivan, who he thinks has got good prospects. And two lads in particular, I think, who will command our attention. These two number 6s. John Joyner on our left, 13 seasons in the game, Great Britain international. And on our right there, Tony Myler. Had a recent history of back trouble, but I know he's very, very keen to impress the new Great Britain coach, Malcolm Reilly. And referee Fred Lindop, I think he was a little relieved this morning that he didn't have to make the final decision. He ran around the ground in his boots, and it's interesting to see that he's forsaken his boots there. He's actually put a pair of plimsolls on, a pair of trainers, and I think he's obviously taken some advice. But Fred Lindop, very experienced referee, 20 years as a Grade 1 official, 3 times referee in the Challenge Cup final. And certainly, Alec, I think a really intriguing game in prospect.
Yeah, surely on the cards, Ray, today. Two sides loaded with talent and ability, and obviously we should have a cracking game today. It'll be interesting to see how these Australians get on with this game, with the ground, because they're used to this kind of conditions, and they should really enjoy it.
Fred Lindop wanting the teams to change around. A good crowd here, actually, considering how late it was that we got that final decision. Only around 1:30 when both sides finally agreed to play. And I think one of the reasons we have a game, I think it's all due to the Castleford groundsman who had rolled the ground earlier in midweek. If there had been ruts in the middle of that pitch, I'm certain that we wouldn't have played. But at least we should have some good entertainment. Widnes to kick off. John Mack. David Blanche. Both of these sides only played each other, amazingly, only twice in the history of the Challenge Cup, and on both occasions it's been very close. Widnes just pipping Castleford 7 points to 5. And I think it'll be close today. Well, Martin Ketteridge looking to kick deep there, but going directly into touch. think, as we saw last week with the Great Britain side, the Great Britain coach and the current Castleford coach really does believe in playing the game in your opponent's half. And a penalty there for the Widnes scrum half, Sullivan, not retiring once he'd put the ball in. Kettridge again. Well, this time when it doesn't have to bounce into touch, he doesn't find it. But it's a knock-on. He's not very happy with himself, is young Kettridge. There's a long time to go. Bob Beardmore to put the ball in to his brother hooker, Kevin Beardmore. Had a good spell with Castleford, this right wing man, since he signed from the Doncaster club. Keith England. Well, he's lost the ball. He looks to the referee for assistance, but I don't think he'll get any. David Hume, number 4 there, stealing the ball. You're allowed to do that as long as the person with the ball is going forward. Kurt Sorensen. I think we'll see Kurt Sorensen here, the captain, setting the example up front to these Widnes forwards. Well, it looked a forward pass, and it was a forward pass. Keith Newton, no problem. Good youngster, this lad, just making his way in the game. He'll be looking to be running off some of those passes we know so well from Pinner. Scott. One of the Australians, Alec, that you were talking about.
Yes, Colin Scott is a very good player, and we'll see him, Ray, coming into the line quite a lot. But it'll be interesting to see how Castleford play this game. They normally play 2 drives, and then Barry Johnson, the number 10, who turns the ball back inside on a short pass.
Here is Barry Johnson with the short pass to Atkins. Another Australian now. Lost the ball though. Widnes on the attack. Tony Myler. Well, I don't think Darren Wright was expecting that. It was well thought out by Tony Myler. He knew he was being edged out there towards the touchline. Just having a word with Darren Wright. Not to worry. Very strong, powerful front row this. Sorensen, McKenzie again, another Australian lad signed from Rochdale. But equally as powerful front row. Might be missing Kevin Ward, the Great Britain prop, but there's the new prop, Keith England, for Great Britain. That is an indication, I think, of the strength of this Castleford pack. Well, that was a dangerous ball. I think you can see the frost still in the ground there. It really is hard there under the lee of the stand. Bob Beardmore. John Myler making a good job of this full-back position. John Myler, very much a utility player. Loose forward, scrum half, stand off. Just 5 minutes gone, and I think both sides feeling their way on this pitch. Well, I wouldn't call that feeling my way in anything. Kurt Sorensen really enjoying himself there. He's a big, powerful front row.
I think what we'll be seeing, Ray, is both these sides who want to get an early score on the board, because it is a little bit hard out there, and who controls the ball will control the game.
Oh, good play from Pinner. Seeing the Newton again following Harry Pinner. I think we'll see this with the two Widnes second rows. But that's a good kick, very good kick, and well judged. And I think John Myler there, knowing that the bite is in the ground on this side of the pitch, and that ball bobbling and bouncing, very dangerous ball for a wingman to take. Referee Fred Lindop not happy with that. Oh, good run by Beardmore, but policed by Pinner. Scrum's already 4-0 to Castleford. A good start.
I think it's also nice to see, Ray, that the way this number 7 of Widnes, Andy Sullivan, is keeping a check on Bob Beardsmore. He's obviously been told by Dougie Lawton he makes all the play for Castleford and you must keep a check on him.
To John Basnett. Steve O'Neill. Mike O'Neill with good tackling here. And a penalty. Yes, tugging at the ball. Referee Fred Lindop, very, very strict disciplinarian. One of the top referees in the game. I think the ideal referee for a game as close as this. Keith England. He certainly looks very powerful and very fit this season, this number 8 Keith England, relishing the fact of his selection for Great Britain. And I think this is the danger for Widnes, is the size of these Castleford forwards. Very big, very brawny. Atkins. Johnson. To Beardmore. Oh, that's a good ball from Joyner. Good tackle there on Chris Johns, the Australian from St George. Some of our viewers in Australia will be very interested to see Chris Johns playing again after that broken hand injury. And the turnover, the 6th tackle.
Good tackling from Widnes that way. He was under a lot of pressure there, and they'll be pleased to have kept Castleford out, because Castleford in that position are very, very dangerous.
Yes, Castleford, the holders of the Challenge Cup, beat Hull Kingston Rovers 15-14 last season, and as a player, when you've once been to Wembley and sampled the atmosphere, you're very, very keen to get back there. Myler. Oh, now that's what I was saying about the bounce of that ball. We said earlier on, when John Myler put the grubber kick through, that was the side of the field to aim for. It's very, very hard there. We can see the patches of sand that the groundsman has been putting down over one or two of the divots and the ruts. And that's where that ball will bounce and bobble.
It also makes you wonder how brave some of these lads are. There's no hesitation about playing. Both sides wanted to play, and it's really like concrete on that side of the field.
Rick Thackeray. One of Dougie Lawton, the Widnes coach's pre-cup deadline signings, Thackeray from Warrington. McKenzie. Sullivan. Oh, that's a good ball to Sorensen. He takes some stop in this New Zealand test prop. He only needs 5 or 6 yards to get himself going. Newton. Pinner. Well, that was a good kick by Steve O'Neill. He was almost losing the ball, but and that could be dangerous. No, thankfully he's okay. And he's even smiling, David Plange. Well, it's harder over there on the real concrete than the pitch, but it's not affected him.
Well, this is a very, very good kick indeed here, and both David Plange and David Hume go for the ball, and is it bouncing to touch? Just watch where Plange goes. Oof.
There's certainly hard men in rugby league. Having to be put in here, but Widnes are certainly doing it. They're moving up very, very quick, not letting these Castleford forwards get moving. Beardmore again, sensibly I think, kicking downfield, and it's a good one, pushing John Bassnett back. But just look at those Castleford players there, 1, 2, 3, and that's what it's all about. Suddenly, from your own line, back to line, and Mal Riley there, he'd be pleased with that, the Castleford coach.
It was interesting to see who was down there. Number 13, Bob Lindner, the Australian loose forward, was the first on the scene, and that is good forward play.
Widnes employing the kicking game as well, but not to the good effect. Colin Scott right underneath it. Another Australian here from Wynnum Manly Club in Brisbane. Had a good season with Castleford. Oh, good run from Lindner. This Australian test loose forward really settled down here in West Yorkshire. Well, it's a penalty. Widnes, Harry Pinner doesn't like it, but it's a penalty for holding him down. And these are the sort of penalties you can't afford to give in cup rugby. These 2 points can be the be-all and end-all of the match by the time the final hooter goes.
I think
Dougie Lawton doesn't look so pleased with it, but I think he'd be pleased how things are going at the moment. He was very, very keen to play with Dougie Lawton.
I don't think they'll be so pleased with this penalty with Steve O'Neill, because really, Ray, if any penalties and silly penalties win matches, that was one, and it could be a very costly penalty.
Certainly this lad, Kettridge, in good form. He kicked 11 goals in the preliminary round against the amateurs, Blackbrook. This looks a straightforward one, but it isn't. Well, a costly miss. Could be a costly miss. Still, no points each then.
I don't think it's Martin Kettridge's day, Ray. He's had 3 kicks, 2 not found touch, 1 missed goal. Really, his head is really on the floor.
Scott. Kettridge. Both of these packs of forwards, I think, really testing each other out. Just 15 minutes gone. I think both sides will be relieved that no one's pierced either defence yet. I think there's a long, long way to go in a cup tie. Beardmore. Johns. Was a good kick from Kettridge there, so he must have been listening to Alec Murphy, but once again it was the bounce on that pitch, and I think one or two of the Widnes players there were a little bit put off by the proximity of the Castleford players. They were wondering whether they were within that 5 yards area, which of course they mustn't be. Widnes, great tradition in this Challenge Cup. 7 appearances at Wembley in the last 12 seasons.
And that shows you, Ray, how important territorial advantage is, because it looks as though Colin Scott, when he took that ball, came up limping, and Widnes have gained 50 yards, but it'd be interesting to see what happens when Colin Scott gets up with the ball.
Well, he's managed to get a penalty there. I think Tony Myler accused of stealing the ball. It really is a problem, this law regarding the stealing of the ball. It's very much on the onus of the referee as to when the player is actually moving forward or whether he's stopped in the tackle. He doesn't look very happy. Yes, the scrum, Castleford not lining up straight. The onus is on the defensive side to face the scrummage parallel to the touchline. And a good kick from John Myler. Neatly done by Kurt Sodelson. He hit the ball behind his back.
I think Dougie Lawton there has been watching Paul Daniels, because I don't think anybody on the field knew where that ball was, and when it came up, it almost surprised Castleford.
First real pressure from Widnes there. Pennon to Tony Myler. Good ball to Mackenzie there. There was a gap, but quickly closed by Keith England. Mike O'Neill.
It's a lot of confidence, this little lad, Ray, this number 7. He's, you know, he's in the thick of things. He's only a young boy, and Dougie Lawton thinks quite a lot of him.
Oh, that was a little bit of a wild pass from Pinner, but Widnes got away with it. Referee Fred Lindop allowing David Hume to have the ball back, playing advantage. Steve O'Neill again. And offside. I think Fred Lindop determined to have these two sides well kept apart, so he doesn't get any messing in the forwards, but this is a comfortable kick really for John Myler. Not really been the kicker for Widnes this season. He's only 17 goals to his credit. Of course, Mick Burke has been in the full-back position. Widnes looking for the first points on the board, and they get them. 2 points to 0. And those few Widnes supporters who travelled over, delighted.
I think that was a very good score for Widnes, Ray, because they can now realise that they are in this game, and it just shows you what a referee Fred Lindop is when we caught one of the Castleford players trying to encroach 50 yards away.
Penner. I think Castleford at the moment have concentrated a little bit too much on the forward play. They've been driving these big forwards down the middle, but I think they've been surprised at the resistance of the Widnes tackling. It's certainly been good, and Widnes coming back themselves there. Good run there from Keith Newton. Only a youngster, this lad. Oh, well taken by Colin Scott.
One or two of these Castleford lads look a little bit sluggish getting back, and it's not the classic Cass we're used to seeing, because they're certainly playing it down the middle, and Castleford's game is 2 drives and ball out wide.
Beardmore to England. Yes, penalty again. Holding down, that's the second. Well, Steve O'Neill, he's getting upset, but that's the second time he's been spotted by referee Lindop for that. And he's been punished by it. 35 yards kick there from Bob Beardmore. Castleford really need a little bit of this ball playing magic that they're so used to. Yards from the line. Johnson, oh, that's a good slip pass. Johnson and England work that inside movement very well. Johnson again. Very brave lad, this number 10. Had his jaw broken on 2 separate occasions, but still battles on to play the game. To Joyner. Oh, little chip kick, it's dangerous. Has Joyner got the hand? Yes, he has. That's the experience there from John Joyner. 13 seasons in the game here at Castleford. Realised the cover was up very, very quick. Split it with the short kick and just got the hand on the ball. Nice try. Very good effort there from John Joyner.
Well, you'd have thought that Castleford would have produced this on the 6th tackle. 5, they've battered the sticks down. A little bit of inexperience from Andy Sullivan here, but brilliant play from John Joyner. Saw the gap and scored the try.
And a tricky kick for Bob Beardmore. No problems running underfoot to approach the ball. Oh, hits the post. Well, certainly little drama there. Missing kicks under the post from Kettridge. Then Bob Beardmore hitting the post. But 4 points to 2 for Castleford.
And I think really Widnes will be a little bit disappointed at the 4 points down there, because they have been tackling well, and who expected Castleford to kick on the 6th tackle and score a try? But that's what rugby league's about. You've got to watch the ball all the time.
Kettridge. This lad David Plange does a lot of work for his forwards down in that bottom corner, comes in, takes the ball at first receiver, and this lad doing a lot of work at first receiver. Keith England. Brett Atkins, oh, this is a good run by this big, tall, rangy Australian forward. This is the flowing football from Castleford. Just 15 minutes to go to half-time. 4 points to 2 for Castleford. Certainly putting that ball high there to John Bassett. The sun coming into his eyes. Widnes look a little bit trapped in midfield here. Oh, that's dangerous ball, and it is. Tony Marchant gratefully accepts it. And I think the problem there was there were no forwards really running off Pinner. Widnes was stuck in midfield. England again.
Playing very hard, Keith, England, Ray, but it makes me wonder a little bit. They've just gone in front now, and whether they'll be wise just to move this ball about a little bit more.
Scrum down there from Fred Lindop.
What he's actually given, Ray, he's give a forward pass, because he said the pass, the run around from Bob Beardmore, he was in an offside position, which is quite correct.
Oh, that's a good heel against the head to Scott. He elected to come inside there. I think he would have been advised to have kept on the outside. Beardmore had made the overlap. But certainly now Castleford putting the pressure on. And it's this man causing the problems here. Bob Beardmore to Linden. Johnson. Attempted drop, no. Well taken. And a good example there of the new law this season, whereby a full-back taking a ball, a high ball from the bomb like that, in the dead ball area, just has to stand still, and it's a 22 dropout.
I'm a little bit surprised at Bob Beardmore there. He was ideally placed for a drop goal, and under this new law where if the full-back catches the ball over the try line, it's a 25-yard tap, so he's given the advantage to Widnes.
Yes, that's one of the beauties about the new law. It has eradicated a lot of this sort of silly, aimless high kicking. Pinner looking for Tony Myler to run off. Tony Myler at standoff, of course. John Myler at full-back, his brother. Must be a long, long time since we covered a rugby league match with 4 sets of brothers playing. We've got the Beardmores on the Castleford side, the Humes, the Mylers and the O'Neills. Real family gathering.
Yes, I think it's a little bit like the Beverly Hillbillies, where they're coming from. But they are all good players, Ray, and brothers and no brothers, they take part in this game and really play very hard.
Linda. Sixth tackle coming. Will Johnson kick? Yes, he does. You just look at the bounce on that ball, the hardness in that pitch. Good pass eventually, but Sullivan backing up. But I think Harry Pinner really would be better employed moving out to about second or third receiver of the ball rather than the first receiver. That's where he does the most damage. And John Myler certainly making this pitch tell down here. Is really making a nightmare for Gary Hyde, the Castleford left winger. Just 10 minutes to the half-time. But I think Widnes will be not too upset by this scoreline of 4 points to 2 to Castleford.
that's about the first time, Ray, we've seen the ball moved along the Castleford three-quarter line. Normally they're a very classy outfit, but today they're being tackled well and marked well, and they kept well under control.
Yes, good stint of tackling here, especially from the two centres, and Tony Myler really clamping down Castleford on the outsides. And Kurt Sorensen, the Widnes skipper, number 8, doing a good job. Tony Myler. Oh, good pass to Darren Wright. Mike O'Neill, the number 11 for Widnes, knew he was in trouble, did well to hold. Sorensen. That's a good pass to Newton from Pinner. Tony Myler still going. David Hume. This is better from Widnes. Mike O'Neill. But good Castleford cover there. Castleford using a sweeper, having a player behind the first line of defence, moving alongside. Mackenzie. Oh, he's got the pass out. Thackeray couldn't take it. Well, it's still Widnes ball. Newton, yes, play on. Mike O'Neill. And a scrum down. Kick to touch. Well, of course, you're allowed to do that at rugby league. You put the ball down in front of you when you play the ball, and the opposition is allowed a strike at it.
Have a look how hard this ground is here, and this is a good break from Mackenzie here. He slips the ball out here. Thackeray almost latches onto it, but just look at the ball. It's bouncing everywhere, and it's very hard there.
That's a good heel, and a vital heel. Oh, that's a good run from David Hume. But a penalty. Obstruction, crossing. Very, very dangerous movement there from this young lad, number 4, David Hume. Usually a scrum half, playing in the centre. But I've seen him pick up some good tries in the centre there. Opportunist. For an offence there, crossing. Going behind the player, David Hume, when he has the ball. Obstruction. Keith England.
I think Widnes will be quite happy with this score coming up to half-time, because they have contained Castleford very, very well, and the forwards are not causing many problems. Having said that, they'll probably go 60 yards and score.
I think Widnes, though, as well, Alec, have got to put more trust out on the outsides. They're tending to concentrate on a forward game, and really their pack is not the robust type, it's more of a running type.
Yes, but maybe you look at Widnes, they've got that lacking that extra yard in pace.
Oh, good break there. Kevin Beardmore to Gary Hyde. Good tackle from Pinner. Good cover tackle from the loose forward. Copybook stuff. Keith England. And there again. Another turnover and a penalty. Keith England not giving the ball up in the turnover. He must release the ball immediately at the end of the 6th tackle.
This again, where Freddie Linnop's just give a penalty for an obstruction. And was this an obstruction? He took a man out of the game, and that could also have been a penalty when the man deliberately runs in front of a man.
Sorensen. He's driving very hard, Kurt Sorensen, but being well looked after by his opposite number, Keith England. Oh, that's a good run there from Sullivan. He's not got the support. He's done well there to kick the ball. It's a chase now then. Is he going to get it? Well, they've both missed it. Is that a try to Darren Hume? It is. And once again, I think we saw there the state of the pitch, I think, probably caused that try as much as anything. Youngster David Hume, tremendous backing up there. It looked a lost cause, it looked a forlorn hope when Andy Sullivan chased the ball. He did well to kick it, he knew there was no support there, but the bounce of the ball beat both of the players, and a good try. Widnes now back in the lead.
And you've got to give this little lad a lot of confidence here. This is only a kid, and as he gets the ball here, sees the gap, draws the cover, lovely little kip, and he chips to the ground where he knows it's very, very hard. The ball is bouncing, bobbling. Watch, he has a go once. He should have scored the first time. Scott misses it. He looks like Tolbin and Deal, but as he comes back, David Hume doesn't miss it. He says, "Oh God, I can't believe it. Is that mine?" It is.
Difficult kick for John Myler. I think here is a case of needing sand. I think he'd have great difficulty in getting a toe hold in there, but nice mound of sand does the trick. Already got one goal. No, nowhere near. So just 6 points to 4 for Widnes. He knows it wasn't a good effort, but nonetheless, I think they'll be happy with that. 6 points to 4 in the lead.
I'll tell you what now, Ray, this will make this fella a lot happier. Dougie Lawton, he's a very, very serious man, and the Widnes coach, he will be enjoying this. He'll be looking at his watch and saying, how long to go?
Well, there's just 3 minutes to go, Alec, to half-time, and this match, I think, going the way of the previous occasions. 7-5, as I said, on both occasions. This could go to a draw, I think. Good run from John Bassnett. This number 5 really found his confidence since he was given the wing spot against Australia in the 3rd test.
It's good to see the tactical game of both sides, Ray, where Widnes, I think, have used the kick to good advantage, where they've got the ball and absolutely pinged it down the field to the hard side of the field, and they've been gaining lots and lots of ground there.
Myler again, really peppering this lad, Gary Hyde, down this bottom corner. And he's lost it. Well, is that an offside? Well, it must have struck a Widnes player on the way, which certainly looked an offside to me, but referee Fred Lindott was right on the spot, and it must have played advantage. Back to Keith England. The two O'Neill brothers there going through the tackling repertoire, and Brett Atkins didn't like that. Johnson to Linder, and a penalty. Interfering. Bob Linder put the little chip kick through, and referee Fred Lindop indicated there with his leg that there was a half-hearted attempt at a trip.
And Bob Linder gets the ball here. There's an international forward at the highest level. Lovely little chip and a lovely little trip.
Castleford here then, possibly a last-ditch attempt before the first half closes. Ketteridge. Atkins. Some strong, powerful tackling going on here from the Widnes. Marchant. Not really been in the game, Tony Marchant, this ex-Great Britain centre, not really had the running chances. 40 minutes gone into injury time now. Score still Widnes in the lead, 6 points to 4.
And what is important, Ray, the way Widnes are containing Castleford. They've been down here for 6 tackles now and really don't know a lot what's going on.
Oh, that's a difficult kick again. Oh, he's missed it. And Rick Thackeray's knocked on. It's anybody's ball. Well, aren't they having trouble with that ball on the floor? Difficult kick. The Castleford lads missed it. The Widnes lads missed it.
Well, this was a lovely kick here from Bobby Beardsmore, and really there could have been a try on the boards here because it bounced nice, and if he'd have took that ball, Gary Hyde, it would have been all over. And also, if Rick Thackeray did have took it.
Here's a good move, Joyner. Looks for support, back to Lindner, Lindner driving for the post. Oh, tremendous surge there. Back, this Australian Test loose forward. In injury time, in this first half, Castleford trailing with 2 points. And this man, John Joyner, when he gets near the line, he's the man that's setting up the tricks. Beardmore. Interesting chip, but well taken. Well taken by Steve O'Neill. Vital one there. So I think Castleford running off there will be a little bit disappointed to behind, but I'm sure that a lot of work, a lot of tackling's gone in by those Widnes forwards there, Pinner, Newton and O'Neill. But really there's typical Challenge Cup ties we might expect between these two sides. 6-4 to Castleford, 6-4 to Widnes, but I think Castleford could come back.
At half-time. Second half about to get underway. Castleford are all ready. Alec Murphy and Ray French will be ready too.
And a lot of responsibility, I think, here in this Castleford side hinges on the scrum half, Bob Beardmore. He's having a very good game round the scrum. He's moving some very short, nice passes around to his forwards, but I really do think he's got to move the ball much wider. I think he's got to get the ball out to Plange and to Johnson and Marchant out there and really get the Castleford backs moving. But here's one lad who's impressed me, John Myler. Not so much for his running or his handling, but his kicking game. He's certainly used the deep bottom right-hand corner here and made Gary Hyde and Colin Scott's afternoon a nightmare. Good kicking from that lad. But 40 minutes to go, and really either of these sides capable not only of going into round two, but I think of lifting the Challenge Cup.
Yes, and what would be interesting, Ray, would be the half-time team talks from both coaches. Malcolm Bailey, the Great Britain coach, would be saying to Castleford, we've got to start playing a different way, the way we can play, moving the ball out wide. And Dougie Lawton's obviously be saying to Widnes, just keep tackling like we are and moving up and closing them down.
And another kick there from John Myler, really penning Castleford in the half. Back to Colin Scott. He looks to have a leg injury or a back injury, does Colin Scott. He's certainly carrying his right leg. Good tackling stint from Kurt Sorensen. Leading by example, this Widnes skipper, number 8. Beardmore there, attempting to use the same tactics as John Myler, playing it down this right touch line. Just not got his bearings right now. But a good player, this lad. And that's a good heel from Mackenzie. Really get through a lot of work, these two O'Neill lads. They're very much the unsung heroes in the Widnes pack. Here's the brother Steve. Not very often for these two the accolades of tries or defence splitting passes. They do all the graft. To Marchant.
That again, Ray, I think you could see the way that Marchant took that ball, that it's a little bit hard down there, and he was thinking, well, I must get all of this ball because Widnes are coming up very quickly. I think the way Widnes are playing this game, Ray, the tactics are dead right and they're tackling well.
And they've got the ball. This time Mike O'Neill. To Sorensen, oh, that was well taken. Tony Myler, he's got David Hume on the run. But an offence. Fred Lindop. Well, no, I couldn't quite spot that one there. I think was it a forward
yes, what he's saying is a forward pass, and he's actually saying, let me referee the game, you get on with playing it. Beardmore to Plange again, coming inside.
Lindner. Oh, good run from Lindner. And a good pass to Kevin Beardmore, to Atkins. Good rugby there. This is more like Castleford, a side who like to entertain, like to keep the ball moving, and referee Fred Lindop having a word with Keith Newton, dumping him on the floor, not letting him get up to play the ball.
And Keith Newton here penalised actually for putting his knees in as the player's on the floor. There's what it's all about.
England. Lindner again, trying to launch this Australian down the middle.
I think this is what Widnes are doing, Ray. They're closing Castleford down, and normally Castleford love playing with the ball, and they're not allowing to run with the ball. There's 3 or 4 men smothering the ball every time they have it.
Bob Beardmore. Oh, beautiful ball there to brother Kevin. And the 6th tackle. Well, I really would think that it's worth a drop goal or 2 here. 3 times Castleford have been in the position. Oh, he's got it. Well, it should be another 6 tackles, and it is. The ball hitting the Widnes man. A lot of pressure here now on Widnes. Oh, good ball to Lindner. Oh, tremendous tackle, but he's in. Yes. Well, some controversy with that, but I think referee Lindop ruling that Lindner's momentum carried him over. Good try. He's threatened to do something, this lad. Strong runner.
Well, a good tackle here from Widnes. Looked as though he was going to stop the try, but Bob Lindner's a very, very strong boy, and he goes for the line. He bounces off Kirk Sorensen as they come in and gets up, just puts it over.
No denying, referee Fred Lindop was right on the spot, positioned ideally behind the line. Very decisive referee Fred Lindop, stands no quibbling with anybody, makes his decision, stands by it. That's what a referee should do, right or wrong. Castleford then get the lead again, 8 points to 6. And it's 10 points to 6. Good kick there from Bob Beardmore.
As that just give Castleford the breathing space they need to throw this ball about, or will they say, well, we need another score, because Widnes are certainly saying, well, we're back in this game, and we get a score and we're in front.
It's interesting to see there the 2 Beardmore brothers pointing to the lads who are on the dead ball line to watch this ball, watch the bounce of this ball. But he catches it. He's become a very firm favourite, this Wyndham Manley forward, Bob Lindner. Just signed for one of the Sydney clubs. Scott. John Bassnett having trouble with the ball there now. And good tackling. Kevin Beardmore. Certainly these Castleford forwards, Johnson and England, look to have a new lease of life that this lead's given them. Oh, that's a good pass from Sorensen. But well covered there by John Joyner. Sorensen.
I think we'll start seeing now a good tackling stint from Castleford, because they know as long as they've got Widnes in this side of the field, they're safe.
Good catch by Tony Marchant. Very difficult on that side of the field. But Colin Scott. Oh, but straight into the arms of Harry Pinner. I'm just saying it's difficult on that side of the field where it is a bit softer, the sun is in your eyes, and on this near side of the field, it's much colder and it's much harder. The referee, Fred Lindop, he's going to have a word. He saw it all. He saw Kurt Soderson going in a little bit high.
What Fred Lindop's actually saying, this is not a high tackle, it was more a slap. But I wouldn't like him to have caught me with it, slap or no slap.
Certainly this is now what you call a real old-fashioned cup tie. There's an old cliche in the game, it takes a pack of forwards to get you to Wembley. And I think this is just what we're seeing at the moment here with Castleford. Certainly this Widnes defence under a lot of pressure. Scott. Sean Irwin, first touch of the ball from this youngster, just come on the field, substitute for Gary Hyde. Bob Beardmore. Oh, Chris Johns. Seems a lot of determination in this Castleford side now. They're really struggling, taking some pulling down. Johnson. Oh, it's there again. No. Saved by Andy Sullivan. Both sides realising the effect of that rubber kick and the bounce of the ball off the hardness of the pitch, but well covered there by youngster Sullivan. Let off the Widnes.
Well, this is good thinking from Barry Johnson on the sixth tackle again here. A lovely little grubber kick and follows it through. And he's very, very lucky he doesn't score.
Colin Scott. Crowd here at Weldon Road really getting behind the favourites now, this Castleford team. But a tremendous stint of tackling from Widnes. They've been under immense pressure.
It's amazing, though, what difference it makes, Ray, when Castleford have the ball in their hands for a period of time. They look a totally different side.
Oh, well taken by Sean Irwin to Chris Johns. All action stuff. Joyner. Tony Marchant in the wing position there, no way through with Rick Thackeray. And it's that sixth tackle again. Oh, here's a chance. Tremendous run, Tony Myler. Now then, can he go the full end of the pitch? He's got Brett Atkins, the second row, chasing him. And it's a try. A magnificent effort. 1 minute, but at one end of the field with a high kick from Bob Beardmore. And it looks as if a try could be a possibility to Castleford. And then suddenly the Widnes supporters are dancing about from that try from Tony Myler. Tremendous run.
Well, I said before why Bob Beardmore keeps pulling this ball up, and I'm absolutely staggered. Tony Myler cannot believe it. He takes it well, flies onto the ball. It's a matter now, can Brett Atkins tackle him? He just looks right, looks left, thinks, no, you can't. Your buckle's gone, mine's gone right under the sticks.
So, all square, 10 points each. Everything to depend on this kick from John Myler. It presents no problem. So Widnes back in the lead again now. We said that 2 points had never been any more the difference in cup ties between these two sides. And that man there, Tony Myler, responsible for it.
He's certainly not the fastest man on the field, Ray, but he's one of the strongest, and that'll be one of the tries he'll remember for a long, long time.
So Castleford suddenly looking to be taking a grip of this cup tie, looking to be firmly in control, and Widnes are winning. And all credit to them. "38 clubs set out on the preliminary round a couple of weeks ago for this Challenge Cup. Most number of clubs for many, many years. Thanks to the introduction of the 4 amateur clubs, Kells, Heworth, Elland and Blackbrook. And just Heworth from York, the lone amateur side, playing at Mansfield tomorrow.
It's interesting to see, Ray, that every time Colin Scott gets the ball, how slow he is to get up on the floor. He looks as though he's carrying an injury. I don't know what kind of an injury, but he's struggling every time he gets the ball.
Well, I saw Alec Collin come from the field, actually, in the Blackbrook amateur game with holding his ribs, and I think he still is carrying an injury, as you say. But Lindner again, looking very dangerous now, this man. Contrasting styles of loose forward play here, the Australian style and the British style. We've got Lindner racing through almost like another second row, and Harry Pinner, much more subtle, playing the passes out.
I think it'll also be about discipline this game now, because any silly penalties could be very, very costly indeed.
And the sixth tackle coming up, and Dale Castleford put another high ball. Well, significantly they don't. Oh, and it's a beauty. A beauty. And this really is the place where Martin Ketteridge and Bob Beardmore should be putting the kicks. The temperature down in that corner must be sub-zero. The pitch really is like concrete in that corner. It's in the shadow of the stand. It's getting harder as time wears on. And we saw Gary Hyde in the first half have problems. And now John Basnett for Widnes is having to face up to them.
That was a good scrum for Widnes to win. A very, very important scrum. It gives them a chance to bring the ball away. You'll find out that Widnes will not do anything silly in this position. They'll just hold the ball, and then John Myler will just boot it down the field.
Yes, Castleford leading the scrum 7-5. Good scrum to take.
And that's what I've just been talking about, discipline, Ray. And what do we have? We get a bad result from Johnson.
And a good kick there from Widnes. Looking very confident since he took over the full-back role from the transferred Mick Burke, who now gone to Oldham. Sorensen. Just 15 minutes gone in this second half. 12 points to 10 to Widnes. Oh, that's a good ball, and that's a better ball. Darren Wright brilliantly racing onto that ball. He's got speed, but well covered by Tony Marchant. That's the loose forward play we were talking about from Pinner. That long wide ball. Tony Myler running on it. Oh, well done, Mackenzie. To Sorensen. He's in, no problem. He shrugged off full-back Colin Scott as if he wasn't there. Widnes suddenly opened up the ball, moved in out wide, and the gaps came on the end. And hasn't it really been worth their travel over the Pennines? Excellent play there, Kurt Sorensen, and I think it also showed a fine turn of speed. Not just a powerful man, but a fast man. And another straightforward kick there to John Myler. And suddenly, from Castleford being in control of the game in the space of 7 minutes, it's Widnes now moving away, 18 points to 10.
Well, this certainly won't please Malcolm, really, because when he sees this, Tony Myler's the ball, he looks as though he's tackled, and this is how strong this lad is. Gets the ball out, looks as though it's harmless. Watch Sorensen. He runs onto it off a beautiful ball off Mackenzie. Just look what he does to young Irwin. Brushes him out the road, and Scott as though he's a fly. Oh, he's pleased about this. Put it down.
And it's Kurt Sorensen in again. Now then, he's only got Colin Scott to face. Oh, he's passed it inside to Tony Marchant. I think he thought that number 11 there, Mike O'Neill, was a little bit closer to him, but a very fortuitous ball there for Tony Marchant. But all sorts of problems here for Castleford now. That's a good ball from Johnson. Atkins. Some really good rugby being played here. Hard, tough, and yet skillful play. Sean Irwin, and that's a good ball. But it's a penalty, yes. Being held in the tackle. Referee Fred Lindop right on the spot again. And Malcolm really must be concerned now in his final season here at Castleford wanted to go out on a good note.
There's one thing, Ray, you must never write this Castleford side off. They know they've got about 20 minutes to get back into this game and pull it out of the fire, and Widnes are really playing well, and Castleford said, well, if we score, we're back in it.
Yes, both of these sides have the personalities in the footballers to suddenly turn a game upside down. Beardmore, that's a good ball to Scott. Johnson looking for the short one-handed pass to Scott. He's got it and he's in. Yes, Chris Johns. There's an old saying in rugby league, to stand in the right place at the right time, and that Australian centre there, Chris Johns from St George, he was in the right place. His 7th try, and suddenly now Castleford are coming back in the game. If they can put these 2 points over from this goal kick, well, I'm sure we're going to be in for an absorbing last 20 minutes. End-to-end stuff. And I think Chris Johns there, when he first arrived this morning, he was a little bit concerned about how hard this pitch was, but somebody said to him, you play on as hard as pitch as these in Australia, and he'll not be bothered now. And it's the good kick. 2 further points from Bob Beardmore, and back to that 2-point gap. 18 points to 16 now for Widnes. Now then, Alec, don't attempt you. Who's going to win?
Well, after seeing this last try, Ray, it worries me a little bit too to tip, because this is a beautiful ball again off Johnson, and as he slips it inside to Colin Scott, Johns is onside, and he takes that very easily.
David Bland. Ketteridge. Minutes to go. Widnes clinging on to that 2-point lead. Oh, and that's a good break there by Kevin Beardmore. I don't think he's got the support. No, but a lovely run there from the Great Britain hooker. Well tackled by John Myler. Barry Johnson now driving inroads into this Widnes defence. Tremendous roar here from the Castleford fans. Joyner, Sean Irwin. Well, the 6th tackle. I think everyone, other than Fred Lindop, in the excitement of this match, had forgotten about the 6th tackle, but he's the coolest customer on this field.
I bet there's one fella there, Ray, who's not cool. Malcolm, really. I think he's trying to tear the shed down.
Sorensen. To Pinner. Pinner looking to put Newton through the gap again. Back to Pinner. And a sensible kick there from Pinner. One of the advantages there, he was on his wrong side, but he's a left-footed kicker. Put Castleford back down here. And of course, when you've only got a 2-point lead, this is where you want to play. Bob Beardmore. Ketteridge.
It's amazing what a try does, Ray, to a side. Castleford, who look as though they're very eager. Everybody wants to run on the ball now. And Widnes are still tackling and still doing it by numbers.
Good switcher play there by Bob Beardmore. We said at the beginning of this half that this was the man, Bob Beardmore, who had to take the initiative, and he is doing. Almost an interception from Darren Wright, but a knock on, and I'm certain there would have been another try there from that youngster. But I think this is what we'll see, both sides looking for the killer try, both sides experimenting a little bit, and perhaps 1 or 2 dangerous passes going out that wouldn't have gone out there in the first 40 minutes.
I wouldn't have liked to think, Ray, what would have happened if Darren Wright had caught that ball. I think it would have been goodbye.
Scott. Oh, bad pass there to Tony Marchant. In fact, I think Colin Scott had the opportunity to put the ball inside to Lindner as he came away from the scrum. Paul Hume, one of these Widnes teenagers, just coming back from suspension, looks to be coming on.
It'll be interesting to see, Ray, where he's going to play Paul Hume. I wouldn't be surprised if they put him at scrum half in place of, I don't know, they're bringing Harry Pinner off, which is very, very surprising. Harry Pinner must have got a knock.
Beardmore. Oh, that's a risky pass. Chris Johns. Oh, David Plange. That must be hard there. The touch judge in there very, very quickly.
Well, I hope he's got a lot of Vaseline on his knees, Ray, because he certainly have lost 2 layers of skin.
Yes, and referee Fred Lindop sensibly taking them off that very, very hard patch, moving them infield. Sullivan's ball for Widnes.
This will be a test of character now about which side can really put it together, and Castleford have pinched the ball.
And a vital ball steal, Keith England. Johnson. Chris Johns had a very quiet first half, this Australian centre, but really coming into the game now, running strongly. Joyner again. Owen Scott's lost it.
I don't think there looked a lot of strength from Colin Scott as McAneil really just pinched the ball off him at will.
And Sorensen racing through again. He's looking like a centre three-quarter, this lad. In fact, I've seen him play at centre three-quarter on one occasion. Very, very fast, powerful lad. Phil McKenzie, back to Tony Myler. Back to Paul Hume again. Oh, good tackle. 15 minutes to go. Widnes, 18 points to 16 in the lead. Oh, and there's a chance for Basnett. He's in. Well, didn't that gap open up? It was bigger than a motorway, that gap. John Basnett came inside just at the right time, and it was there. No problems at all to Basnett. He'll be grateful for that. He stood out in the cold there on that left wing for long enough. And certainly the Widnes side presenting John Myler with some comfortable kicks. There's another one. So that's 6 points, gives them breathing space. 24 points to 16.
Well, are we seeing Castleford going out of the cup? Just look at the gap here. A beautiful ball here to John Basnett. He can't believe it. He looks like Ali Baba and the 40 Thieves. Oh. Impressive play with this number 7 on the floor, young Sullivan. He's really had a good game. He's played against Bob Beardsmore and he's really taking notes out of him.
Just 13 minutes to go. Can we see Widnes edging into the second round, or will we see another fight back from this Castleford side? They have the football, they have the class. But certainly they've got a tremendous defence to cope with here from Widnes.
I would think that last try would have given Widnes just a lift they need, Ray. They've been tackling well all the game, and it's really been a cracking game, and I cannot see them let it slip now.
Sean Irwin to Plange. Yes, a penalty. Referee Fred Lindop signalling that the person, the marker, after they played the ball, must be in line with the person playing it.
It was good thinking by Brett Atkins that Ray. He realised that the Widnes men were hanging on top of him, and he tapped it to himself and got a penalty, and it's put in an attacking position.
Keith England. Ketteridge. Castleford hoping to suck in this Widnes defence, using 2 or 3 drives down the middle, then possibly to open it out wide. Sean Irwin. In trouble with concussion the last couple of weeks, only pass fit by the doctor this morning. Oh, that's a good ball to John Joyner. Oh, it just hadn't got the support there. But Lindner, yes, he's got it there. David Plange. Now then, was that an obstruction or not? But well taken by John Myler. I really do think David Plange would have been better advised to have driven for the line with his body rather than kicking that ball there. And I think an opportunity gone there from Castleford, but well taken again by John Myler. He's been solid as a rock.
I can't believe, Ray, that David Plange actually kicked that ball. I think he kicked the ball over the line, and all he had to do was go down, and it was a try.
Well, I'm sure these Widnes forwards now will play the ball through in ones, back for the kick, and they do. And that is a good kick. Oh, that's 75 yards, it's gone back. And he can't get hold of it. Oh, just kept in, did Scott, to Marchant.
You've got to give it to this Widnes side, Ray. They're really tackling. They're tackling as a 13-man outfit. They're really playing well. And Fred Lindop's just saying to any more of that, and you'll be straight in the dressing room.
Minutes to go. Castleford there trailing 24 points to 16, just 8 points difference. Keith England. Just look at these Widnes forwards now. They're really hunting into the tackle, moving up very, very quickly, cutting down, limiting Castleford's options. Oh, that's a good run from Atkins. Just not quite got away all afternoon, this big number 12, this lad from Australia. Looked dangerous, though. Oh, letting the ball bounce there.
It definitely looks as though there's something wrong with this number 1, Colin Scott, because every time he gets the ball, he looks as though you know, he's got trouble with his back. He's having a nightmare of a game, and I think there's definitely something wrong with his back.
And feeding. Bob Beardmore sensibly gaining the ground, putting the ball into touch. Just pushing Widnes back 20-30 yards. Keith England again. He always seems to run for the hardest patch of ground, this lad. Plange. Sean Irwin. Johnson. Oh, that's a good one-handed pass. Offside. No problem there. Kurt Sorensen.
I think you've got to look at Widnes, Ray, to say that if they are doing anything right, they're certainly doing the tackling right, because every time Castleford have the ball, there's 1 or 2 men or even 3 men.
And Dean Mountain, the young Castleford forward, coming on for the injured Brett Atkins. lost it.
I'm just wondering now, Ray, what this fella's thinking. He's having a little smile to himself. He's just saying, have we lost that ball? 6 minutes. Then they say I get nervous when I'm in the box.
Well, certainly if Widnes win, all credit to Doug Lawton. He was adamant that the game should go ahead, and that's a beautiful pass to Darren Wright. Good tackle though by Marchant. In fact, one or two of the Widnes side, the lads themselves, really were not too keen on playing on the hard pitch, but I think the coach overruled them. I think they'll be pleased with him tonight if they do get the win.
I was talking to Dougie Lawton before the game, and he was just saying, Ray, how hard this pitch was. But he said, I've just told my lads the game's on and we want to play. And I think that's the right attitude, and it's paid off for him.
Referee Lindop not very happy with the scores, making Sullivan put the ball in again. Widnes head and ball here. Doug Lawton's reckoning a little bit out of time. Just 6 minutes left now. 6 minutes to go.
He's probably got one of the coaches referee watches, Ray, which goes a little bit fast when you're in front.
Oh, good move by Myler. John Myler, good play, good play. Nice move that, coming in, taking the ball inside his brother Tony at standoff. To Tony Myler. That's a good break. He's got Keith Newton with him. But that's a good cover tackle from Linda. But Widnes certainly cutting Castleford apart wide on this outside left flank. He's a very... Has lost it. It mustn't... can't be a try. Knock on. The Castleford lads able to leave that. They knew it was a knock on.
I think Tony Myler's saying to him, Ray, they actually pulled the ball out of my hand, so how can it be a knock-on?
Quick tap. Widnes certainly want to keep Castleford down here. They know that this Castleford side have got to score twice. England. And a penalty again against Widnes there. Talking, yapping, somebody having a little back chat at referee Fred Lindop. With 4 minutes to go, Widnes can't just afford to keep letting Castleford come downfield. This is the position they've got to keep Castleford in.
I think the way that tackling, Ray, that they're very, very confident of winning this game, because they realise that Castleford have got to score twice.
Sean Irwin. Bob Beardmore. Oh, no, that was well taken by Basnett. I'm sure Widnes here will go through these 6 tackles, play the ball, first receiver to take it, and man of the match there, Phil McKenzie, number 9, taking the ball himself.
I think you've got to give all credit to Widnes, Ray. They've really played well. They've tactically won the game because people like Myler's been pumping the ball down here. They've tackled well as a team, and really they deserve to be in front. One or two of these Castleford forwards, Ray, are looking a little bit worse for wears now. They realise they've got to wing this ball wide and hard.
Dean Mountain, very difficult for a youngster to be sitting on the substitutes bench in the freezing cold weather, then suddenly come on into a cup tie as hard as this. But this is good stuff from Linda. John Joyner, but not the support there. He was looking for the centres and it just wasn't there. But still, it's nice to see Castleford still playing the rugby. Just Beardmore again, and he gets it. But John Bassnett, well, it's anybody's ball, it's Ketteridge. And once again, I think we saw the hardness of the ground. He just couldn't get his foot in there and went straight into touch. But it's a scrum down and Widnes ball, and I don't think Widnes will be too bothered about that. They'll be looking for possession here, and they get it. Paul Hume. Just 1 minute to go. Widnes clinging to this ball, looking to be into the draw for the Challenge Cup. Oh, it's a good kick there from John Bassnett. Has he got it? Well, it's the bounce again, and he scored. Yes, and how many times this afternoon? No, he's not scored. He's disallowed it. Well, referee Lindop must have considered that John Bassnett didn't exert downward pressure on the ball. Well,
John Bassnett cannot believe his luck here. The ball, just look how hard the ground is as this ball bounces sideways back to John Bassnett. Looks all over the try, doesn't it? But just watch.
But I don't think the decision by Fred Lindop will really matter, and I don't think Widnes will be too concerned.
Well, I really think, Ray, that it's been a cracking cup tie, and we've got to say, give full marks to Widnes. I think they deserve to win. On the day, they've been the better side.
Yes, 40 minutes gone in injury time. It looks as though Widnes will be going into the draw on BBC breakfast time on Tuesday morning at 7:50 a.m. Chance, but a good tackle by Scott. Good run from Paul Hume, but there it is. There's the hooter. Castleford's first defeat in round one for 11 seasons, and I think that man Tony Myler, that try that he scored from the high kick from Beardmore, I think that turned the game.
One Aussie